welcome to an indoor version. Usually I'm outside, but this time I'm indoors. Welcome to an indoor live stream edition of Disney Lost Boys and Girls. Where Disney never grows old. My name is Jake, and we got some breaking news for you guys. Like, that's right, breaking news. Like, wow. Okay, like this came like right out of surprise. I mean, like, whew, okay, but oh my gosh. So, if you guys are new to the channel, first off, feel free to leave a like, subscribe. Normally we would do in-park vlogs, but since we can't do that at the moment due to the parks being closed, we are stuck making content at home and waiting for the days for Disneyland to reopen. But anyways, let's get the news underway. Walt Disney Imagineering just announced that the Jungle Cruise in both Disneyland and the Magic Kingdom in Florida is going to be changed. I mean, like, not completely changed. It's going to get some updates. So there's going to be a brand new story, and there's going to be brand new show scenes added into the attraction. So after watching the video a few times, I'm like, okay, this actually sounds like a really good update. I mean, there may be a few scenes that I like that could be taken out, but which is understandable because the parks, as Walt says, like, Disneyland will never be complete as long as there's imagination left in the world. So, so I found this article on blogmickey.com. If you want, you guys can pop it open and we can read through it together. But if not, I'd be more than happy to read through it, possibly skim through it, just to give you guys like the major updates of what to expect on this Jungle Cruise update. So, and also, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments or in the chat below. Lori, how's it going? Hi, thank you so much. Thank you for coming on by. So, yes, let's get started on the Jungle Cruise update news. So, once again, this article is from Blog Mickey. So, the article is called Jungle Cruise Changes Due to, quote, inclusion not related to the upcoming film, opening 2021. So, yeah, Ryan's here, one of our members. He says, exciting news, yes. And, like, a fun fact, if you guys know this, Jungle Cruise is hands down one of my top favorite rides in Disneyland, easily top 10 favorite rides in Disneyland. One of our members, Kate, was a former Jungle Cruise skipper, one of the best ones in my opinion. People are definitely really lucky to have her as a skipper, including myself. So, anyways, let's get on with the update, with the article. So here we go. Disney has just announced that they will be making some. There we go. Sorry, technical difficulties. All right, proceeding on. In an interview with the D23 fan club, Walt Disney Imagineering Creative Portfolio Executive Bentley, hopefully I'm pronouncing this right, talked about the upcoming changes. Oh, Lori says, my favorite ride is Jungle Cruise is the best. Yes, it's one of my favorite. It's one of the best rides. So I'm happy that they're getting these updates. Okay, here we go. First is the why. In the interview, Bentley talks about how the Jungle Cruise has changed over the years in tone. It first started off as a serious Jungle Cruise that eventually evolved into a comedic attraction thanks to the skippers who make it what it is. Like, in my opinion, the skippers make the attraction. They are like depending on the skipper, like, you can either get like a okay ride to like a super hilarious ride that you want to go over again and again. They make this ride. So, moving forward. Disney said the Jungle Cruise has evolved over the years, maybe more than any Disney parks attraction. So, that's interesting. So that's so to say that the Jungle Cruise throughout the years has like possibly changed the most over the years, like even more than Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean, which is interesting. Which in a way it makes sense because there were like some new scenes. They like for Disneyland they had to reroute the river a bit to fit Indiana Jones. Like they had like there was like a new piranha scene that wasn't in there. They added some new jokes. So it always keeps on evolving. Hey Evan, how's it going? Thank you for coming. Come on board, jump onto the board. I mean, don't come on board, come on excited. So, sorry, like I had to put in that Jungle Cruise joke in there. Thank you for the like. Whoever left the like, thank you. All right, back to the article. So back in September 2020, last year, you guys, I had to fix up the Wi-Fi. But anyways, Evan, thank you so much for coming on by. So anyways, back to the video. So let's see, read into the article. Okay, the inclusion key. And focus on making sure the people of every nation, race slash ethnicity, belief, gender, sexual identity, disability, and culture feel represented and valued. As part of the initiative, Disney announced the reimagining of the Splash Mountain attraction, which was, as you guys know, that was announced last year. Disney Parks President Josh D'Amaro promises more change to come. Announcement of a rewrite of Jungle Cruise is part of the inclusion initiative at the Walt Disney Company. So yes, he did mention before, that even before today, that Jungle Cruise was going to be changed somewhat. And today is the day that the news broke out. So let's continue. Betty went on and talked about the why of changing Jungle Cruise. We are constantly evaluating ways to enhance attractions and experience in our parks. We want to make sure everybody has the best time, that guests from all over the world can connect with the stories we share, and that how we bring those to life are respectful of our diverse world we live in. And when they get off the attraction, they know their homework, because these are the details that matter. When you look at the Jungle Cruise as it is today, there are a couple of scenes that do not do and needed a refresh. But I wanted to make sure people know that we are not changing the whole Jungle Cruise. This is not a re-envisioning of the entire attraction. It is the Jungle Cruise you know and love, with the skipper still leading the way, and at the same time, we're addressing the negative depictions of natives. So that's one of the scenes we're going to go and change. Yes, so, hey Disney guy, how's it going? Thank you for coming to Disney Lost Boys and Girls. Here talking about the new updates and changes coming to the Jungle Cruise attraction at both Disneyland and Walt Disney World. So you guys heard it right here. For sure, one of the scenes that will definitely be changed in this update will be the natives. So the natives most likely will not be, but Disney guy says that's cool, awesome. So yeah, so very likely the native scene, like both the headhunter scene and possibly even Trader Sam could be gone. Could be going. Could be changed. Trader Sam. No, Trader Sam. So Trader Sam. He's the. If you guys don't know him, there you go. Had to reconnect there. Anyway, Slice It, you're gonna come out ahead. That Trader Sam. Even like a restaurant in Disneyland hotel called Trader Sam's. It's a restaurant / bar. So never been there. Hope to go sometime in the future. But yeah. So it seems very likely that the scenes like with the natives will be changed to make it more inclusive and more appropriate for the day that we are in now. Siri the Psychopomp says, prepare for tears over the racial stereotypes. LOL, I'm so glad they're making these changes. It's long overdue. Yes. Yensid, 9555, how's it going? I wonder if Dwayne Johnson's character from the upcoming movie is going to be in the ride. Here, let's find out. Let's find out about that. Oh, hold on, gotta let the dogs in. There you go, you guys. Okay. All right. So let's keep on reading the article and see what else it has in store. So for sure, most likely the headhunters and like the natives will most likely won't be in the updated version of the Jungle Cruise. So let's move forward. Back in 2015, oh, here we go. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson said that he was working with Walt Disney Imagineering to the upcoming cruise movie. Naturally, we wondered if the statement made back in 2017 would have any bearing in the 2021 redo of the attraction. As it turns out, this rewrite of the attraction were due to the inclusion initiative at the theme parks and not part of the movie. Betty explains, I'm excited about the movie and having Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt be a part of that film. But these adjustments are really focused on enhancing the existing attraction storyline and addressing some areas that needed refreshing along the way. I'm sure the film is fantastic and we're very excited about it, but integrating the film into our classic Jungle Cruise is not part of this effort. Does that mean that as Imagineers we won't put Easter eggs in there? We'll definitely do that. But we are not adding a major storyline or character from that film. So there you go, you guys. There's your answer. So according to Imagineering, they are not going to be adding like any of the characters from the movie, or like any of the major story elements from that movie into the attraction. So there's your answer on that, you guys. But that does, but there is a possibility they could add an Easter egg, like possible Easter eggs from the movies, like from the Jungle Cruise movie into the ride. So there is that possibility we could see an Easter egg from the movie. Okay, so hopefully that answers the question. This is great timing too, because Yense55 talked about if Dwayne Johnson's character was going to be added into the Jungle Cruise ride, and the answer is no. He will not be in it, nor will Emily Blunt's character, but none of the characters from the movies or elements from the main storyline will be added into the attraction. Okay, now moving on to the end of the article. Finally, the question on timing comes into play. When will Disney make the changes to the Jungle Cruise, and when will guests will be able to see the new attraction? As it turns out, this project will be a quicker turn around than the ambitious Splash Mountain retheme. Here's what Betty had to say when asked about the timeline for the enhancements. We haven't announced a date yet. We're working hard to make sure we can get everything in this year. As always, keep checking back with us here at blogme.com. So there you go. So that's the end of the article. So most likely the updated version of the Jungle Cruise will open sometime this year in 2021. So that is going to be fantastic. So that's three attractions, like quote new attractions to look forward to for Disneyland. You got the Web Slingers attraction, which is coming to Avengers Campus hopefully this year. You got Snow White's Enchanted Wish, which is coming to hopefully this year in Fantasyland. And then you got the updated version of the Jungle Cruise attraction for this year. So wow, 3 updated attractions. That is woo, okay, for this year. And hopefully when the parks do reopen, we'll be able to get to experience them all. So that's gonna be fantastic. And there's even concept art up there. You guys can check this. You guys can check that out. Disney guy says I can wait. I can't wait. Yes, neither can I. I cannot wait for it. There's new concept art because according, if you guys have seen the video from Disney Parks, they talked about the pretty much how there's gonna be like a new additional storyline added to the attraction, where you guys will be following along a lost safari. You guys are going to see like what happened to them and like what. Pretty much it's going to be focused on following the lost safari. So it's going to be really cool. They're all going to be completely new safari characters, not going to be the old ones. Very inclusive. There's going to be some female. There's some of different colors and race. So it's going to be fantastic. They also mentioned that there's going to be 2 retired Jungle Cruise boats that are going to be making an appearance in this new version. As part of the attraction, we get to see what happened to those boats. So, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be really cool. Because in one of the concept arts, it shows the new updated version of the Lost Safari. They're like taking the spot of the old Lost Safari when being stuck at the tree with the rhino. So, and then the other concept art, if I can see, is chimpanzees taking control, like literally taking over this half of a sunken part of the Jungle Cruise boat. So, and it looks great. You'll definitely have to check it out, you guys. But anyways, there's a question I want to ask for all you guys, you honorary lost boys and girls. We already have plans to do review episodes for when we get back to the park. Hopefully this year, do review episodes for Avengers Campus and Snow White's Enchanted Wish. Now the question is, you're welcome to leave it in the comments below, or feel free to leave it in the chat, whenever you like. Would you like to see a review episode for the updated version of the Jungle Cruise? Because we have done we have done review episodes like that before, where we do reviews of updated versions of attractions. A great example is Fantasmic 2.0. That was our second review episode that we've done. So Let's see. Siri says, "I'd love that." Awesome, wonderful. Who knows? Maybe we can have one of our members, Lost Girl Kate, like help us out for the review episode because she was a former skipper herself. That would be like. Let's see. Disney guy says that would be amazing. Awesome. Yes. Okay. So we got 2 votes for yes. For you guys would like to see a Jungle Cruise like kind of 2.0 ride review. So that would like you normally we try to make it like really like fun and unique as possible, not just like, oh, we're going on this ride, film the ride. All right, thoughts about the ride. Yeah, no, we tried to take like our own creative spin onto it. If you guys want a really good example, you guys who are not familiar with our channel, you guys can check out our playlist of other past review episodes that we've done. Try to remember the ones that we did. We did Fantasmic 2.0. We've done Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. We did Monsters After Dark. We've done the Incredicoaster. We've done Galaxy's Edge, Rise of the Resistance, Mickey's PhilharMagic. But yeah, we've done plenty of review episodes, and it's whoo, oh my gosh, these are definitely gonna be. I think this is gonna be great. Now here's the question, you guys. Which scene? I'm gonna ask you guys, the community, the Lost Boys and Ghosts community. Which scene do you hope stays inside the updated version of the Jungle Cruise? Like which scene do you hope stays in the updated Jungle Cruise? Like I only read it on the one in California myself. Never been to Baltimore, so I can't say what's in the Florida version. Um, let's see. If I remember, like there's like the tiger at the ruins. There's the elephant bathing pool. There's Squirts the elephant. There's the gorillas who's taking over the camp. There's also the gorilla that like tried to reach the banana. There's also the let's see. There's also the like the 2 African bull elephants. There's also the like the whole African pool. There's the headhunter camp. The backside of water, the piranhas, Trader Sam. I'm like going through like the run through the ride. But yeah, I would say most likely, like for sure, like the ones that will most likely will get the axe in the update will be Trader Sam and the natives, or or they'll make it more appropriate. I have no idea, but we will see. Who knows? They might get rid of the natives altogether. So. But I don't know. We'll see. Like we will see. Like since all like people online are like they're definitely what's it called? Like they are pro. Like they're pro. Yes, update the Jungle Cruise. Like because I know that there's a lot of people out there that enjoy the Jungle Cruise. Like it's. I mean, including myself. Like I mentioned, Jungle Cruise is one of my all-time favorite rides in Disneyland. Definitely hands down top 10. I don't know. Like, would I say top 5? I have to think about that. I have to think about whether it'd be like a top 5 attraction. I'm looking to see if there's any updates to. Oh, here we go. D23. Here we go. We got more information. So this is from D23 about the enhancements of the Jungle Cruise. So if you guys want to check that out, it's on d23.com. So I'm going to read because I just noticed in this article it says. So let's talk about some of these changes. So let's do that. So here we go. We're going to talk about some of these changes. We want to make sure that we take this as an opportunity, right? So as we look to clean up a lot of the challenges that we have in the attraction, we want to make sure we go in and add all the humor that Mark Davis gave in all those years ago. Anything new we add will be in that tone. And for the first time, we are actually linking scenes together. Ooh. Interesting. So, like, it's all going to be all the scenes in the Jungle Cruise in this new update will be connected. So, it's all going to be connected into one big story. So that's gonna be cool. So instead it's like, oh, here's the elephants. Okay, we're done with that. All right, here's the African belt. All right, we're done. Okay, get rid of the hippos. Okay, now we're done. Okay, so no, they're all going to be connected to one story. So that's great. That is wonderful. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So if you think of the famous rhino pole scene with the team of explorers who have somehow camped the night and then been run up the pole by the rhino and a group of other animals, aka like hyenas. That will really kick off the storyline. Did you ever wonder who those explorers were or where they came from? What's their backstory? As part of the enhanced storyline, each one of them will have their own story and cultural heritage. There's a bird watcher, an entomologist. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Let me look that. I think it's like someone who studies butterflies because I saw like a butterfly. I saw like butterflies around one of the explorers. So let me look that up real quick. Hold on. Entomologist. A person who studies or is an expert of the branch of zoology concerned with insects. Okay, someone who studies insects. Cool. All right, so we got an insects expert. Awesome. That's gonna be cool. All right, I just need to know what that meant. So, at least I'm somewhat right. That's cool. Disney guy says, "Wow, awesome." Okay, great. Love hearing the feedback. Let's see. We got a wildlife painter. Okay, that explains. All right, yay. We got artists on the team. Yes, and a photographer, and each one will have a different reason for being on the expedition. And of course, they did one of the things you're never supposed to do, which is leave the boat. Oh my gosh! Just hearing that, it's gonna make the ride so funny. So because like if you guys remember, the skippers tell you to never leave the boat. Never gonna see what happens when you leave the boat. And one of the things we're adding to the attraction is an animatronic skipper who's been chased up the pole by the rhino along with the other explorers. They each have great personality, and I think our guests will connect with these characters in new ways. So we're not really re-envisioning that scene. We're just adding a narrative and storytelling that brings things to life and connect that moment with other happening along the river. Interesting. That sounds really cool. Siri says, all of this sounds so good so far. I wonder if there's going to be more tie-ins with the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. Yeah, sea. Yeah, like the Sea Society. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't be surprised if they add more connections to the Society of Adventurers and no, of Explorers and Adventurers. So that would be cool. Okay, moving on. And you may ask yourself, wait, what happened to their boat? And uh, we find out that the front of the boat has been breached upon these rocks. We wanted to put something here that feels like Mark Davis had a hand in it, that has a bit of humor in it, and we wanted the animals to have the last laugh. So we'll see that a family of chimpanzees have moved in, and we don't currently have chimps on this attraction. All of these amazing animals have been brought to life through the years of the Jungle Cruise, and yet we've never had chimpanzees. That is true. I was noticing. Yeah, we never had. We had like bamboos. We have monkeys. We have gorillas. Yet there were no chimpanzees in the ride. So we're finally getting chimpanzees in the ride. And we don't currently have chimps on the attraction. All of these amazing animals have brought to life through the years of the Jungle Cruise, and yet we've never had chimpanzees. A family of chimpanzees jumps on the wreckage of the boat, and they are almost making fun of us. One is wearing a skipper's hat and is on the microphone. The mother chimp has opened up all the maps and is looking like she's reading them. A little chimp has gotten into the wildlife planter supply and has made a mess with paint everywhere. In It's the animals really getting the last laugh in this cute scene. These little explorers really came in and invaded their world. Nice. Okay, so that's what they talked about. The series says excited for the chimps. Yes, same here. I'm excited to see what the chimps look like in the final scene for the updated Jungle Cruise. That's gonna be fantastic. Let's keep on moving forward with this. I almost feel like Jungle Cruise is a link between these experiences because of the Jingle Cruise. They're talking about Jingle Cruise. See what happened to them. I agree. Oh, I said I agree. Jingle Cruise is great, and it's probably was the first time we went in, and from a narrative standpoint, throughout a storyline throughout the whole. Yeah, that's true. They did add the whole storyline throughout the entire attraction with Jingle Cruise. So now they're doing it to the main attraction. So that's cool. So in a way, Jingle Cruise was like a test. I mean, Florida still has Jingle Cruise. Well, unfortunately, Disneyland, we lost our Jingle Cruise. I don't know why we lost our Jingle Cruise. I enjoyed it. I don't know why. Like I don't know why it didn't kept on going, but I really enjoyed Jingle Cruise. Let's see. Another question is, I feel like there's sometimes perhaps misplaced concern that when an attraction is reimagined, that is not going to be great as it was before. How do you address that? And here's their reply. First off, we love our fans. We can ask our Imagineer why we do what we do, and it really is to bring a smile to our fans' faces. And we're cautious because we know that anytime we go in and make changes, especially to a classic attraction, some may worry it's going to lose its magic. To make sure it doesn't, we do our homework. First, we are really really leaning into our skippers. Kevin Lively, who is the writer at Imagineering, is actually a former skipper and is the writer for our show. So any changes that we are making are actually being written by a former skipper. The role of the skippers play a significant part of this attraction experience. Their performance and how they bring it to life is something we all love. And they are deeply passionate about this attraction too. We want to make sure we get the skippers on board, no pun intended, and that they feel like they have some ownership in this. So that was step one. Second was to bring together a diverse project team. We wanted to make sure that any changes we made from a relevancy standpoint were done right. So we've been working with Carmen Smith, executive for creative development and inclusive strategies, and her team within Imagineering to make sure that anytime we show something culturally significant, it is done in the proper light. It's done in a way that celebrates diverse backgrounds and interests. That's part of the rich storytelling, not something you poke fun at. When introducing new elements, even animals, we make sure they're done in a respectful way. We reached out to Dr. Mark Penning and his team at Disney's Animal Kingdom and said, look, we have these chimpanzees that are coming into this new world and we want to have fun with them. How do we make sure it's done in an authentic way for the chimpanzees? We want to have fun, but we're not making fun of the animals. His team has had great insight and has really evaluated that new scene. And the last part is really looking back to the source material. We went back and looked at original Marc Davis sketches. We pulled out his work and looked at what makes his scenes funny. And what are some of the scenes that Mark developed that didn't make it. It's really important to go back, especially on a classic attraction, and look at the DNA of what really makes the attraction work. What makes it funny? What makes it fun for our guests? And part of that is going back to Mark's humor and his storytelling. And Kevin is brilliant at that. Kevin does an amazing job finding that right tone that has Marc Davis quality onto it. So that is going to be that series heads. Oh, excellent, nice. It like these new changes to the Jungle Cruise sounds really excellent, you guys. I am super excited for it. And I think there's actually never mind. There's actually more questions. Okay, let me read to that. What's the reactions been from the skippers? I was nervous the first time we brought some of the skippers in, just to sit with them and say, here's what we're making the changes, and here's what some of the changes are going to be. You can see at first some concern, because obviously there's a lot of love around this attraction, but a few minutes into the presentation, the smiles came onto their faces. They loved it. The feedback from them was that it feels like classic Jungle Cruise, like something that has always been there. Awesome. So even like skippers that were a part of the Jungle Cruise, when they were shown this presentation of the new version of it, they were like concerned at first, but once they heard the presentation, they loved it. So that's confidence, you guys. Have confidence in these Imagineers, you guys. This sounds fantastic. Siri says, I love it when they to look at original sketches for inspiration, and I'm so glad they have the skippers contributing. Yes, same here. Yeah, because the skippers, like I said, a huge part of the ride. Disney guy says I'm excited. Yes. Moving on. Um, so the next question is, obviously this means the skippers spiels need to change, and the answer is we're keeping a lot of the classic jokes that the fans know and love, like the backside of water, but it will give our skippers some new material to play off of. So that's exciting for them. They were really excited about having some new source material. Awesome. So just want to let you guys know, a lot of your like favorite jokes will most likely will be in there. They're gonna add some new jokes to go with the new story. So that's gonna be great. Let's see. The next comment. With the Jungle Cruise movie opening this year, will that be incorporated as well? And the answer is I'm excited about the movie and having Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt be a part of that film. But these adjustments are really focused on enhancing the existing attraction storyline and addressing some areas that needed refreshing along the way. I'm sure the film is fantastic and we're very excited about it, but integrating the film into our classic Jungle Cruise is not part of this effort. Okay, I think I read this on the Mouse blog art. They just took this and put it over there. So same comment, yeah. Easter eggs, they're okay with putting that's tied into the movie, but they're not going to add any of the characters from the movie into the ride. So that answers your question. Okay, next one. The attractions are somewhat different at Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resort. Will there be different changes based on location? And the answer is we're telling the same story on both coasts. What you see at Walt Disney World at the Magic Kingdom will be exactly what you see at Disneyland Resort. We really do want to tell a very cohesive story on both coasts. It's been fun to look at the nuances between the two attractions and what makes them slightly different. But the scenes that we're adjusting are the same. Cool. All right, so just to let you guys know, they are. Oh, let's see. Siri says, unrelated. I really love the art on your wall. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I painted it back in community college. It's for a painting assignment. Got A+ on it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm hoping to get more into art and sell, hopefully more art for the channel. So stay tuned, you guys. Okay. Let's see. Any timeline for the enhancements? It says, yeah, sometime this year. Because like this is not going to be as extensive as the Splash Mountain retheme that they're doing for Princess and the Frog. So that's what they're. It's not going to take as long as that. So I'd love that. Oh, thank you, thank you. Okay, here we go. Oh, and the last one says, "Thank you so much for your time. Anything else you'd like to say before we go?" And they said, "Anytime we make an adjustment or a change to a classic attraction, I think back to Disney legend Marty Schuyler. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing it. I know he's a really like well-known person in Disney, so hopefully I pronounced his name right. And even back to Walt and the idea that none of these stories were meant to be frozen in time. As new technology came out, as new stories came out, as characters evolved, these attractions can grow and flex. I think we've seen that with Pirates of the Caribbean when we updated the role of the Redhead. Changes were always taking place. I think it is always important to look at these classic attractions and make sure we don't disrupt the DNA of what makes that attraction resonate with our guests. It's important to us. We love these opportunities to make adjustments and bring in new magic, and we will continue to respect the magic that makes it exciting for all of our guests. So there you go, you guys. That's what they have said about the upcoming changes and updates to the world famous Jungle Cruise at both Disneyland and Walt Disney World in Florida. Leave a like if you guys are super excited for this for the new version of the Jungle Cruise. Also, comment, and we'll probably have the poll is already up on our what's it called? The poll is already up on our Twitter page, Disney Lost Boys and Girls. We'll most likely will have a poll sometime after this live stream on whether you guys would like to see a review episode for the updated version of the Jungle Cruise, because we already got review episodes planned for Avengers Campus and Snow White's Enchanted Wish. And we're wondering if you guys would like to do see a updated Jungle Cruise review episode, and whether we prefer the old version versus the new version, and which one we like better. So, anyways, you guys, that's all I got. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching this live stream. If you guys enjoyed it, feel free to like. If you guys are new, subscribe, and you'll be honorary member of Disney Lost Boys and Girls. It's been wonderful chatting with you guys about these new updates coming to this classic attraction. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye, guys.